they get going on Monday. We'll find out exactly how they adjust this rotation. It's going to be Jake, obviously, on Monday in Philadelphia.
Jake will pitch, and I would imagine, he's very particular about what he does between starts. He always does 2 bullpens. He threw a touch and feel yesterday. I'm gonna say that he's gonna throw tomorrow. The day before Monday. They're pretty set that they will play Monday, so I think that's probably what he'll do. How much he'll pitch, I don't know, but how much he'll throw. But a couple of innings probably, and just keep himself loose for Monday.
Eddie, what did you make of Lindor yesterday when he met with you guys?
Very rich guy, and
Eddie, it's a deal that had to get done.
No question. Listen, when we knew the big 3 free agents in the off season, none of them are here. They made the play for Lindor. That's fine. I think it's going to work out for them, obviously, and it certainly has worked out for Lindor. He's been everything you could hope for since donning a Mets uniform. That's been the most surprising thing to me, how everyone has kind of fallen in line with this guy. He's been a coach. He's been a mentor. Nobody seems to take any umbrage at the way he presents himself. And he's all about winning. He's he's everything you could ask for, and that's the kind of guy that you want to spend oodles of money on, and certainly Steve Cohen did that. So it's a great deal for him. He gets $1 more than Tatis or whatever, and until the next free agent crop comes around at the end of next season, that'll hold up as the highest shortstop value. So, and he had some interesting things to say too, especially what he's going to be like at the age of 38. So,
yes.
Listen, it's a great deal for the Mets. And I can't remember really a time on any other club where guys have kind of fallen in line behind him, and he's made such an impact. I asked Luis Rojas Moose about. And he's managed a lot of places in the Dominican as well, in winter ball, and whether he's ever had a player that has come into a situation and kind of taken over things that quickly and been a leader that instantly. And he said no. He says not even close. He said Lindor has been that much to the organization. So it's a great signing for him.
Eddie, do you think the pressure of the contract or any of that will hinder Lindor's performance year one?
Well, I would say, let me see, what did he finish spring training at? 17 for 35, I believe, something like that. So
it is the spring, though. We've seen guys.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right, and it's fair. Prior to signing the contract, it's fair for anyone to say, hey, let's see him play in New York and see how it works out, because we've seen so many past occurrences, even with Mike Piazza, who is sitting in the Hall of Fame right now. He had struggles when he came to New York, and most players do. I can't really see it with Lindor, not the way he started, but I'm sure there's going to be some down times, and I'm sure he'll have some booze from time to time. But I think he can handle the situation. He's got a great personality. There's no question about that, and it's infectious. So I think he's a great player to plunk in the middle of that team, and I think he'll be well worth the money.
Eddie, does the negotiations with Conforto, do you think they pick up steam here in the regular season or no?
I do. Yeah, I do. I think they want to keep Michael Conforto, and I think Michael Conforto wants to stay here. That's just my sense. I've never talked to Mike about that, but he has said on more than one occasion that Scott Boras works for him. He doesn't work for Scott Boras. I think Michael is very happy here. Again, the money has to be right. It's not going to be Lindor money, but it's going to be a sizable chunk, and it should be, because I think he's coming off his best season, even if it was a shortened season, and I think he's really kind of coming into his own. He didn't have a great spring, I will say that, but again, it's spring, so it doesn't really matter. You take off when the season starts, and everything's forgotten about the spring. But I do think that I think Conforto will be here. That's my sense. I think that they probably will get something done during the course of the season, and I think he very much wants to be here. He's taken over as one of the leaders of this team. He's always had kind of a semi-leadership role, but I think that's grown over the last couple of seasons, and I think he enjoys that, and I think he enjoys New York too.
You know, Eddie, I know you got to hop on a Zoom here in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Just last one for you, and that is Diaz. Because every time we talk about Gary Sanchez with the Yankees, I think Edwin Diaz we talk about with the Mets. What about Diaz closing games out? Do you think the Mets have figured out how to use him, and do you think Diaz is setting up for a good year this year?
Yeah, no, I do. He had a bad last outing, but I kind of erased that. He was very good in all the other outings that he was out there. I think he has his confidence back. I think that's a big plus. I think he regained that last year. Listen, I don't envision him reverting to what he was in 2019 with the Mets. I think he can handle this. I would love to see him develop a changeup to have a third pitch, but I think he's kind of scared of using that. He goes fastball, slider. That's fine. If he can get it done with those two, that's fine. But I think he'd be death on a lot of hitters if he had a changeup. But again, maybe that'll come in time. But I think he can handle it, and I do think they'll have other guys on occasion close games there, and I think they certainly have the depth to do that. We'll see. But Diaz is going to be your guy. I think he can get it done.
All right, Eddie. So Jake, Monday season starts for the Mets Monday in Philadelphia against the Phils.
You got it. I don't even know what time that's going to be because it was originally scheduled to be a night game. Maybe they're going to move that. I don't know, but it was a 7:05 game. But Monday it is. That's it.
Eddie, have a happy Easter.
Happy Easter.